Action.
Glass in your eyes, ER.
For the film.
In just 2 days, our 4-person team of high school students were able to film a whole short horror film with only $1,000. And Mark was the only one who had any film experience. But in the span of 3 weeks, we managed to create our script, find all our cast members, rent all our equipment, and find a location for our movie. We started off brainstorming ideas for the film through Discord meetings, and once we all agreed on the idea, Mark started crafting the script. Toby's job was to find a location that was within our budget, and Alex's job was to rent all the equipment we needed. We all had the job of recruiting cast members through friends and family that fit our character description. But as time progressed, we ran into some trouble finding a good location within our budget because most of the money we needed to put towards equipment. So Mark got permission to use his friend's family's house that was under renovation.
So the place that we're shooting at, this house, is extremely special. It was actually built in 1894. And so it adds this haunted, spooky effect that complements well with the film.
Since we managed to find a location for free, we were able to get all the equipment we needed for the film. 2 days before we were going to film though, the person that was going to play the main character couldn't make it. So it put us in a terrible position because we didn't have our main character. Luckily, Toby was willing to play the main character.
Yeah, so the decision to make me the lead actor in this film was very last minute. We originally had an actor, and about maybe a week before we shot, he kind of canceled on us. And so we were a little bit desperate, so I kind of stepped in and said, I could give it a go. And, Marcus has been great leading us through this film. He's been very challenging. He's been challenging us, and, definitely pushing us to do our best. And,
not even brave enough to look over there. So you're just going down, maybe you have your shoulders,
she's
a little bit elevated. No, she's not there yet.
okay.
On the first day of filming, it was a Friday, and we got out of school and began collecting all the equipment and props we needed for the film before heading to the house. Once we got all our equipment, we started setting up for the news reporter scene that appears on the TV when the main character enters the house. Then we filmed the opening scene in the movie, which took us about 2.5 hours because we didn't get the shot the way Mark wanted it to be.
I'm not much of an actor. I'm kind of just doing this for fun. So I'm not like a professional or anything. And Mark, he's very much a perfectionist. He likes things to be really specific. He knows what he wants, essentially. So, sometimes it can take some time to really get to that standard, but it's been good.
By the third scene, when Morgan is walking towards the window, we started to get the hang of setting up equipment and following Mark's directions.
Hi, my name's Alex Forrest. I'm the lighting specialist and equipment manager for MC Studios. My role in this film was to illustrate a theme by defining certain lighting and managing equipment.
Alex, Toby, and I had other jobs such as setting up the fog machine, opening and closing doors, and holding lights. I also had the job of behind the scenes, so I tried capturing each scene from my perspective and what I was seeing, and then I put all this footage into this film. So within the first day of filming, we managed to film every scene with Morgan, the news reporter scene, and almost all of the scenes with Toby in the creepy hallway. We filmed all night and finished at sunrise. The first night was a success. We started off slow, but we were able to get a lot of shots in by the end of the night.
Yeah, and the sun is already rising here again, and I see you tomorrow.
Since we were all really tired and we couldn't film during the day, we all went home and slept for 6 to 7 hours before heading back to the house. Once we all arrived, it was still light out, so we decided to go get dinner at a local restaurant. And after eating and having a good time, we went back to the house and filmed the scene where Toby walks downstairs. And as soon as it was dark out, we filmed Toby walking on the sidewalk, getting a text message, looking at the house, walking towards the house, walking up on the stairs of the house, and then finally stepping into the house. All of this footage took us at least 4 hours to film. As Toby entered the house, we filmed a bunch of different angles, including Toby banging on the door, a POV of the house, and him walking towards the stairs. Once Toby gets downstairs, he enters a hallway that is actually upstairs in the house, which is deceptive to the viewers, but we end up doing this in a lot of scenes in the film. In the movie, Toby gets downstairs and starts walking through the hallway, and we already filmed those scenes the night before. But 2 or 3 of them didn't turn out the way Mark wanted, so we filmed them again by recreating the hallway scene before filming the final scene.
Guys, it's a wrap. We're done.
Finally! And then we returned all the equipment we rented and slept for the next 10 hours before going to school the next day. Mark started editing the movie right away, and the following weekend we recorded the audio of Toby's speaking scenes, and the rest of the audio was recorded at a later time by Mark. Once I got all the footage I needed for the film, I started editing behind the scenes while Toby got licensing rights and Alex promoted the movie on social media. We had a lot of fun filming this movie with Mark, who really showed us what to do, even as we messed around a lot. But I think we're all satisfied with the final product, especially with the fact that we had no film experience and we had a tiny budget to film this movie. We'd like to produce a film every month, and if you'd like to see more of our content, then please hit the subscribe button and like button.